I'm Staci Halt, and I'll be talking a little bit about my poem God and Everybody. A lot of people ask poets, what was the idea behind the poem? And I think this one actually, the poem wanted to be the poem. I felt like I didn't have much to do with it. And I wrote it in a really, really unconscious state, literally coming out of a dream. And I think that this poem wrestles with a couple different things or has a few different entry points. One is the slipperiness and the confusion of memory, where the poem tries, I think, to capture the difficulty in recalling something painful, but also beautiful, and where pain and some beauty overlap with one another. I think the poem also, the way that it comes out audibly is really different than how it, I think, looks on the page. So there's kind of a different interaction when you're reading it visually and maybe hearing it. So check out both. But there's multiple possibilities in each line. And then as the lines go on, the meaning of the previous line changes, just as when you rethink something or you revisit a memory when you're older, that memory is now clouded by your lived experience as an adult. And so as you keep thinking about something and remembering something, it changes as it goes. So that's what the poem, I think, is doing a little bit. God and Everybody. I waded into a field like it was a body of water. The field wasn't mine. It belonged to a cousin. I was 12. It wasn't my body. That belonged to Jesus. The field wasn't my cousin's. It was the man's, the one who watched us. The grass grew past my belly. I parted sharp blades with my arms as graceful as Moses. My cousin's face was sharp like a blade. The man gazed at two girls as we swam through a field. Earlier, I leaned against the fence to catch my breath, woke 100 years later, it felt, electrified, to keep the cows in and predators out. The man urged us further into the field, everywhere a sea of blades. Cousin told me everything was fine. Up ahead, calves born last week. The grass cut my calves. A velvety baby with eyes like a puppy approached, pawed me. I learned later that man was pawing my cousin, and worse, the girl who said, "It's okay, it will be all right," but she hadn't been all right. Everyone knew, eventually, that she wasn't all right. But before I knew, as far as I could see, grass, a sky a blue you could hardly stand to look at, the brown calf lowing for its mother. The man said, "Give the calf your fingers." When it opened its mouth, I fed my fingers in, and the calf suckled. I lowered to the ground. The calf folded itself into my lap. I said, "This one likes me," and for a moment, I thought I could keep it safe. I did not see the snake, hear the rattle, until the man struck with the butt of his gun, severed the fanged head. Cousin said, "Stop crying. It's all right." It was there in the grass, in full daylight, with God watching and everybody right there, not suspecting anything.